When we last left off, just one of you, Octavian and Mars, had been looking for information in the city of Dextros.
The flying city of
Dextros. The flying city of Dextros. You had found some information in the local library, messed with some people, made your way around the city a little bit, eventually making your way to the bowels of the city.
Yes.
Where you went into the night market. I don't recall if you purchased anything.
I got a set of Taroka cards.
Yes, a set of Taroka cards. Thank you.
And a lantern.
After that, you went deeper into the bowels, into the actual machine workings of the city after you accepted a job from a gnomish gentleman who was giving an outward warning for people not to venture deeper into the bowels. You encountered some kind of slime creature, which you later determined to be an Ublex.
Yes.
You defeated it quite handily. You then returned to the tavern, gave a rousing performance to a large crowd, and then retired for the evening. Where we pick off, like you said, you finish your long rest, and looking for some adventure, you opt to leave the company of Mars and go off on your own.
Sneak off into the night for some adventures. I'm going to slip out of the room, and I'm going to go downstairs. I'm assuming there's no one downstairs, right?
There's like a night barkeep, but he seems to be half asleep at the counter.
Okay. I am going to cast prestidigitation. No, minor illusion.
Okay.
I'm going to make it look like like little pixies are just kind of like dancing around his head as I slip out the door.
Okay. You slip through the door into the night air. It is fairly cold, but you probably don't... You wouldn't... I don't think you would have the sensation of feeling in your current state.
I don't think I would be able to feel I probably would know, like, ow, it's hurting me if it was too cold,
yes.
But I don't think I understand
it's
the concept
not that cold.
of... Yeah. I don't think it's like, yes, it's brisk out here. What to do first? I don't know. I'm going to go, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to some back alleyways.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to look around. I'm going to look for some, like someone getting mugged.
Okay. As you... Give me a investigation check.
Okay, cool. I got a... Hold on. I got a 5.
5.
Yeah.
You hunker down and begin peeking into alleyways looking for muggings or attempted thefts or just some ruffians to engage with. You don't find anything in the first couple alleys. But in the fourth alley, you see a figure sitting down alone, quietly contemplating to themselves.
I'll kind of slink over, be like, good evening.
Okay. The figure doesn't respond to you immediately, and as you get closer, you see that they are deceased.
Oh shit, there's a dead person. I am going to crouch down next to the corpse.
Okay.
I'm going to put my hand on their... I'm going to put my thumb... I'm going to put my hand on their face, but where my thumb is on their bottom lip and my... the rest of my fingers are underneath their chin.
Okay.
I'm going to start moving their mouth. Okay. And I'm going to cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. So... How many questions do you get?
I get... You grant a semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice. The corpse Must have a mouth and can't be undead. Um, this corpse isn't older than 10 days, is it?
No, it's
Or
fresh.
if the corpse was targeted. Oh, sorry, no. Targeted. It only fails if the spell was used on it within the last 10 days.
Yes.
Yeah. I can ask the corpse up to 5 questions.
Okay, ask away.
Um, be like, "Hi, buddy. Just wanted to know, uh, what were you doing outside this evening?"
The jaw kind of unhinges and the eyes roll back to this milky white color. And you hear this raspy voice kind of escape saying, I live out here.
Live out here. Are you homeless?
The raspy voice replies, yes.
Okay. Were you mugged, and that's why you're dead?
There's a momentary pause and it replies with a no.
Oh. Do you know what did this to you?
It says yes.
Can you tell me what did this to you?
It replies, I starved to death.
Oh gosh, I found a dead guy who starved to death. Ooh. I am going to drag his body out into the road.
Okay.
Are there like lights?
There are little glow lanterns hanging from poles situated at different points along the road.
Okay, I'm gonna prop his body up against one of the lanterns.
Okay. Dave, your character's name is Hugo, correct?
Yes.
All right. You're out on a nightly stroll, and as you begin to come down farther the street, you see a mysterious man dragging what looks like another corpse, or a corpse, out into the middle of the road. What would you like to do?
I would like to approach. I just gotta think of a really good opening line.
All right. Octavian, you also notice the figure approaching you.
I'm assuming I have my mask on.
Yes, I'm assuming you do too.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up and be like,
I assume as long as you don't tell me, you would tell me otherwise. I assume your mask is always on unless you tell me otherwise.
Okay. I have my mask on. I'm going to say, this is exactly what it looks like. However, I am trying to call attention to this man because he starved to death. If you do not believe me, I assure you, I'm going to kind of get like gesture and kind of move behind the pole, so it's the pole, the body, and then Hugo in front of me. I'm going to kind of like gesture with my arms out, kind of taking a bow, like, please, I do insist, inspect the body. You'll find that he's quite malnourished. I did not mug this man, nor did I kill him. I merely found his corpse and don't quite know what to do with it, so I dragged it into the road and propped him against this light as if to draw attention to him, so that if a guard were to come by, which you might be one, I'm not quite sure, yes, I assure you I did not kill this man.
Can I roll an investigation roll?
Yes, if you'd like to.
I would like to.
Are you trying to determine if I'm lying or if the body's actually not?
I'm gonna look at the body. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, investigation would work for that.
20, unnatural.
Unnatural 20.
Yeah.
All right. As this strange man dressed in odd garb chatters on about what's going on, you hunker down and begin examining the corpse. Looking at him, you can see he is very malnourished. He's almost skin and bones. The clothes sag on him. He has a protruding stomach, which is somewhat of a symptom of starvation. And he just looks... It looks like this might be on the up and up. He doesn't show any signs of external damage or trauma.
Okay. So Hugo is like, perhaps if you didn't look so suspicious. Like, imagine if I were proper authority, which
Oh,
I am not. But I believe you. He does look rather malnourished.
yes. I think we. Well, you must. I. We probably really shouldn't stick around here for much longer.
Well, my question is, why didn't you just leave the body alone?
No, he was in an alleyway. I was afraid no one would find him.
Someone would eventually find him, I'm sure.
I know, but you'd be all rotted and nasty. At least, now with this assemblance, he'll have some dignity when they put him in the. Well, actually, I really don't know what they do to people here when they die. This is a floating city. I'm assuming they don't, unless they have a catacomb. I don't think they bury them.
Shoot him in a cannon.
They should. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, they just throw him over the edge. It's the people on the ground bottom.
The momentum of them slamming into the earth is enough to put them 6 feet under.
No, they usually just toss the bodies over the edge of the city.
Oh my gosh! Is that true?
Yes, I live here.
Oh. DM, is he lying to me?
Make an insight check.
Okay. I got a 13.
13. Are you lying to him, or are you telling him the truth?
I am telling the truth. I live here.
Okay. You do recall that to get rid of bodies, they would basically just hurl them over the edge, and it's the people on the ground's problem.
Oh my gosh, this place is so barbaric.
Barbaric? We're in a floating city.
That doesn't mean anything if you're chucking corpses off the edge. Oh my god.
They let him get a little bloated first. There's a nice pop when they hit the ground.
Oh my god! I'm so glad I didn't die here.
Well, otherwise you'd just be tossed over the edge.
The family doesn't even get to have a proper funeral. They're just like, bye, Grandpa. You're their problem now.
I mean, they do. There's funerary rites.
There's a send-off, but
it's a sky burial.
It's a sky. Well, what do you do when you're at sea? You just toss them over the edge.
I guess. Oh gosh. Well, I think introductions are in order. My name is Octavian Starfella, the most immaculate bard to probably step foot on this city. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
My name is Hugo Saint Germain.
Hugo Saint Germain. What a name!
Thank you. I wish it were a better name, but
it's quite nice. Quite what's the term? Sophisticated. I do have a question, Hugo.
Yeah.
What brings you out here on this evening? I'll kind of gesture for you to walk with me. What brings you out here into the evening?
Well, I always take a nightly walk to contemplate my next move, at least my next business adventure.
What is it that you do, Hugo?
Well, I was a merchant.
Oh no, what happened?
I suspect foul play, but
birds were involved?
No birds.
Oh. Well, then what is the foul?
The foul is people who didn't want my business to be open to begin with.
Oh, that kind of foul. My mistake. Yes.
Yeah. It's an easy mistake since there are a lot of birds and we are in the sky.
Yeah. Well, what kind of business did you do?
Smithing.
Smithing. What did you? Do you mind if I ask what you smithed?
Weapons.
Oh, ooh. And these individuals that shut down your establishment, blacksmithing shop per se, are they reputable members of society? And by that I mean, wealthy.
Yes, being that they hold a monopoly.
Yo. I like you, Saint Germain. You seem like a very nice individual. What if I were to say that if you were to tell me the name of these individuals. I could probably spread some very foul rumors around.
I do not have any names prepared.
Oh, we'll get back to that. I'll let you make that decision if you'd like to commit. I believe the term is. I actually don't know the legal term for what happens when you lie to someone in an attempt to try to destroy their social standing. The name escapes me.
Not liable.
Liable, yes. I can commit a rather heinous act of liable if you'd like. I'm quite talented at it. However, you've caught me in quite a pickle. This evening I was rather going around looking for some vigilante work to perform. However, in doing so, I managed to come across that dead man. However, to my disarray, he was not killed. He merely died from natural causes. However, what I have learned in my stay, I'm going to say, as I am going to cast minor illusion onto... Or, sorry, not minor illusion. I'm going to cast disguise self onto myself, making myself look like a frail old woman.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, well, what I learned in life is that if you can't find someone having a crime committed against them, become the person to have the crime committed against them. Do I look I'm going to kind of like look at myself like, do I look muggable? Would you mug me?
Well, I would not mug you, seeing that I am no thief.
Well, if you were one. Do I look frail?
I cannot make that judgment.
Oh.
I am not one.
Well, if you'd like to watch, I intend on getting myself, battered and beaten, or at least try to draw those individuals out so that I may be able to handle them accordingly through vigilante justice.
I don't know how necessary this is. I think you just happened to pick the wrong alleyway.
Oh. You're saying it's quite common here for old women to be beaten up?
To be mugged, yes.
Oh, ooh. My, all right. Well, don't mind me. Oh, no, I'm going to say very loud. It seems, wow, this coin purse is quite heavy. These little wrists of mine are so frail. I would be so incapable of fighting off ne'er-do-wells and burglars if I were to be assaulted in the night. Oh, these old bones, they're so frail and brittle, and this cold night air makes my bones very, very breakable. My money, I have so much money.
All right. As you continue down the street, proclaiming this information, give me a perception check.
Perception?
Yes.
Hold on. I got a natural one.
A natural one. Okay.
Should I do a perception roll?
If you'd like to make a perception, you're more than welcome to.
I got a 18.
18. So, Octavian, it's dark out, and you've huddled yourself together to the point that the fabric of your cloth kind of obscures your peripheral vision.
Oh, one thing I'd like to say, when I cast Disguise Self, I took my mask off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hugo, you watch as he gets a little farther down the street, maybe 10 or so feet away from you, when from out of an alleyway on the left side of the street, you see three, not burly, but not skinny-looking gentlemen emerge from the alleyway and make a quick pace towards Octavian.
Oh, God.
So, Octavian, as
Yes.
you're absent-mindedly walking down the street, suddenly you feel two hands on either shoulder, and you hear in a hushed voice, "Come with us to the alley and we won't hurt you."
Oh, are these my grandkids? Is that you, Seth? I'm gonna try and touch his face like a blind woman. Is that you, Seth?
You kind of just palm his face as he tries to pull back from you.
Where are we going? You said we're going to the alleyway?
He said, don't worry, we won't hurt you. We just want your money.
Oh, we're going to the alleyway first, though, right?
He said, yes, just shut up. And he takes you. He takes you.
You boys are so kind, helping me walk.
They take you into the alley. Hugo, what would you like to do as you see this?
I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
You boys are so nice. You know, for helping me get to my destination, I'll make sure to give you boys a rather nice, hefty reward.
They kind of
start.
Yes.
I'm gonna start shaking.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna start like shaking, and then I'm going to make my voice get very deep because I have the mimic feat, so I'm going to say ha ha.
Okay.
As I'm going to drop disguised self, and then slowly kind of like stand up to my full height, and I don't have my mask on, so my skeletal face is showing.
Okay. Make an intimidation check with advantage.
All right. I got an unnatural 20.
Okay. As you perform this strange little, not strange, this intimidating presence, you watch as the three of them go for their weapons as their eyes just grow wide. And I need you all to roll initiative.
Yay! Oh, fuck.
So I got a 5 on initiative.
Got it. So gosh.
Okay. And what did you get, Octavian?
A 6.
Okay. Up first is one of the thugs. He pulls out a scimitar, does a little twirl, and he's going to attack you, Octavian, because you're the one right in front of him.
Okay.
So that's a 17 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, you take 6 points of slashing damage as he just drags the scimitar across you. You can see he backs off from this strange circumstance, but he's still got the fight in him. That's the end of his turn. Octavian, you're up.
I'm going to cast. I am going to cast. All right, so I'm going to use my bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my unsettling words.
Okay.
Which is he has to subtract a D8 from his next saving throw.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast suggestion on him.
All right. What are you suggesting?
I'm going to say, kill your friends.
What's the save for that?
He has to beat a 15.
Oh my God.
15 wisdom.
Yeah, he has to beat a 15 wisdom. What did he get?
He had a 6 total. So.
Okay, so it doesn't even... Yeah, I mean, technically, he got a 0 because he rolled a 7 on the
Oh,
D8.
that's right.
So he got a 0 technically.
He failed regardless.
The guy that slashed me, I'm going to say, kill your friends.
All right. He is going to turn, and he is now engaged with his comrades. But it is no longer his turn.
Yes.
Let me just write that down. Then he's suggested.
Kill your friends.
Okay. Hugo, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 12.
12?
Yeah.
Okay, you're first. Go. It's your turn. There are 3 thugs as you come around the side of the alleyway. They're all kind of bunched together, maybe only 5 feet away from you. They're at the entrance of the alleyway, but it is your turn.
Okay, what should I do? I suppose I should help Octavian. How well armed do these thugs look?
You see that they have a scimitar in their hands, and at their side they have light crossbows, and they seem to be wearing leather armor.
Yeah, leather armor. Well, I suppose. I suppose I'll make an attack.
All right, make your attack.
Sorry, give me a minute.
You're fine.
I'm still not totally familiar with like the character sheet. And of course I picked a spellcaster, so that adds.
Yeah, you picked a very difficult spellcaster.
I did! But it was cool!
Do you have all your equipment equipped?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. I'm going to... Where's the actions list?
So on your thing, it should say actions, and then it should have actions, attacks.
Yeah. Because I want to cast a spell.
So it should say spells. Do you see the tab that says spells?
Yes.
All right.
So
if you...
Oh, I have a question for the DM.
Yes.
Now, with the Artificer, I've got... Can I have things pre-prepared?
You are level 6, so what do you have in mind exactly?
So, like, I have some items that are infused with magic abilities,
Mm-hmm.
or at least I am capable of that.
Okay.
And it's a spell that has like charges. Like with the Artificer, there's spells that have charges. So when you use them, a charge is used. But it's essentially like an ongoing thing, from what I understand.
Okay. I'm not familiar with Artificer myself. Which spells do you have in mind?
So, fighting what? Oh. Okay. God, I should have familiarized myself with this more before playing. I'm so sorry.
It's
fine.
okay.
It's a complicated class.
Yeah, it's very complicated for Artificer.
Yeah.
What was you're looking at your prepared spell or cat? What was it? The item, the infused item?
Yeah.
At level 2, you gain the ability to imbue mundane items with certain magical infusion. The magic items you create with this feature are effectively prototypes of permanent items. Choose a knowledge. Infusing an item whenever you Infusions known. You know 6 of them. You can have 3 infused items.
Oh, here we go.
You know.
I found
Okay.
it. It's in
Okay.
my equipment. Jeez.
Okay.
Okay, so like, this is what I plan on doing. Because how far away is Hugo away from like everyone else?
You just turn around the alley and they're still in the entrance, so like 5 feet.
Okay, so this is what my plan of attack is. Like, I want to have return weapon already infused into my hammer,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast Booming Blade, which gives me an additional like D8 thunderous effect, and I'm going to throw my hammer at one of the men.
All right, that's acceptable. So, you round the corner and go ahead and make your attack roll. Which of the 3 are you targeting? 2 are on either side of Octavian, and there's 1 behind him.
I'm going to get the one that are on either side of Octavian.
All right.
So I guess the guy on the left.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay. Oh, that's like a +6. Okay, sorry. I'm just like, I have so many things to click on. Wow, I rolled a 1.
A natural 1.
Yeah.
So, you round the corner, you hold up your hammer as it glows faintly from the magic, and you hurl it at one of the thieves, who sees it coming, ducks out of the way as it screams over his head.
Okay.
I believe that's the end. You still have movement, and well, I think you used a bonus action already. So you have movement.
Okay. Well, it does come back to my hand, so that is a thing.
So if it screams over the bandit's head, he ducks underneath it. It then stops in midair and hurls back to you, and you catch it easily in one hand.
Thank God.
Okay.
And
Up next.
Still have
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I don't think I'm gonna move from where I'm standing.
So that's into your turn?
Yeah.
All right. It is now the other thief's turn. He's going to turn after the hammer swings over his head, and he's going to move towards you and make an attack. That's a 9 to hit.
My armor class is 14.
Okay, so he takes his scimitar and he swings it at you, and you just easily duck under it.
Nice.
But that's the end of his turn. It is now the last thief's turn. He's going to attack you, Octavian.
Okay.
That's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Oh.
You take 4 points of slashing damage as another scimitar rakes across your chest. Okay. It is now back to the top of the round with the one who is suggested. He's going to turn and attack the figure that has attacked you. That's a 13 to his armor class, so that hits. Takes 4 damage. Okay. It's now your turn, Octavian.
I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery
All right.
at the one that just stabbed me.
All right. So it's a saving throw, wisdom.
Yes. Yes.
That's a natural 3 plus 0, so he fails.
All right. He is going to take He's going to take 4 points of psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack roll. And then I'm going to say telepathically in his head, I'm going to say to him, outside from the Vicious Mockery, I'm going to say, "You're going to die in this alleyway." And then I'm going to say telepathically to him, "I know all your secrets."
All right. He looks intimidated and scared.
Can I try to intimidate him with that?
I will allow it because he was already technically intimidated by you transforming from a little old lady to a hulking skeleton. So I'll allow an intimidation check if you'd like.
I'm not really hulking. I'm just, normal average height.
Compared to the hunched over lady, you are quite large.
Okay. I got a 10 on intimidation.
A 10.
Yes. Do I have advantage on it or no? No.
I'll say you have advantage because he's already
Okay.
scared.
Oh, a natural 20!
Natural 20. He slashes you and starts laughing to himself as you just turn around slowly and make eye contact with him.
Or lack thereof.
You whisper it under your breath, and you see his face go white as the thoughts intrude into his mind. He is going to try and run away on his next turn.
Cool.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. Hugo, you're up.
Okay, I'm just gonna wail on a dude.
All right.
I got a 16 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll
Yeah.
damage.
A light hammer does not do a lot of damage. Oh, question.
Yes.
At will abilities. Now, is that something I do like every time? It's been a while since I played D&D because at will's like definitely a new thing for me.
At will is an ability that you can do. However, it might take an action to do it.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So technically, cantrips are at will abilities,
Mhm.
but they take like an action to cast them. At will just means you can do it whenever and how many ever times you want.
That's rad. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I'll have to like fuck with things after. So I got a 4 plus a 3. I got 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. So you huck your hammer at the one who's kind of distracted, and he gets hit in the side of the head, and you can see him kind of topple over, and he catches himself as he rights himself back up. There's blood streaming down the side of his head now. It is now his turn. He's going to turn to you, Hugo, and attack you. That's a 17 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hit.
You take 7 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Okay. It is now the last bandit's turn. He is going to try and run away. He's going to disengage and bolt out of the alleyway and run. What's his movement speed? He runs 30 feet away. But that's his turn. Octavian, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna run up to the one that's attacking Hugo.
Oh, hold on. Wait, it's not your turn. It's the one who suggested.
Oh, true. Yes.
So he's going to turn and attack the other guy. That's a miss. So he whiffs. Yeah. So it is your turn now. My apologies.
All right. I'm gonna cast Crown of Madness on the one that's attacking Hugo.
Okay.
So he has to do a Wisdom saving throw. I'm going to
total of 18.
as a reaction. I was gonna do yeah. So he said he got an 18.
Yes.
However, he still succeeds. I only rolled a 1.
Okay, so 17. So
Damn it.
You outstretch your hand as the magic. You see it float from your hands and form this crown around his head. And you see him get a little confused before he shakes it off and the crown dissipates.
Damn it. Fools.
It is now Hugo's turn.
Oh, I'm gonna strike back at the dude that just.
Yeah.
All right, make your attack.
Kill him. Do it.
22.
That'll hit.
Just bashing his head in with a hammer.
And 4 damage.
4 damage. You raise your hammer above your head as he turns to look at you, and you just smash it down on top of his skull. It pushes his head into his neck a little.
Oh.
He kind of wobbles a bit, and then he falls over dead.
Cool. The guy with suggestion on him, I'm going to look at him and I'm going to say, the other one ran away. You should probably go get him.
Okay, he nods, and he begins... he gives chase.
Because I told him to kill his friends. And he's compelled to finish the order.
All right. You watch as he goes running off into the night, chasing off after his friend.
It lasts for about 8 hours. Or until I cast another spell. Actually, technically, I tried casting Crown of Madness, which would have ended
Oh,
suggestion.
true.
So he is no longer suggestion.
Oh boy, we're gonna have to fight him now, aren't we?
Yeah. Well, hold on. I'm gonna tell him in his mind. Your mind belongs to me. See how easily it was to turn you against your friends.
All right. Make an intimidation check again.
Ooh, okay. I got a 22.
22. You see him shake off the spell of suggestion, and he turns to you with anger in his eyes. Before realizing his friends are gone, one of them is dead, you two are standing over him, looking imposing. He's going to drop his scimitar, and then just fall to his knees.
Yes.
And I'll be right back. Someone is at the front door.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Hugo and say, "Do it, Anakin. Kill him. Do it." No, I don't want to kill this guy.
No.
I was not intending. I mean, I did tell him to kill his friends, but I was not intending for you to kill the other guy. I was trying to scare them as they ran away. But
neither was Hugo.
Yeah. Hugo, you don't have any healing magic, do you?
Oh, I sure do.
Okay, maybe you should heal the guy whose skull you caved in.
I'm going to.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Okay.
So he falls to his knees and just, please don't hurt me.
I was gonna tell Hugo, do it, Anakin, do it, kill him. No, I'm kidding. I am going to walk up to him and place my very bony hand underneath his chin and pull his face up to mine, looking at me. And I'm going to tell him, you should probably... this is a warning. Keep up these dastardly deeds of yours, and I will return. And I won't let you keep your life this time. So maybe you should go home and reconsider your life choices. Also, leave all your money here.
Make a persuasion check.
No reason, just you should. All right, I got because I physically cannot roll lower than a 20. Because my character, Dave, I am a eloquence bard, which means any roll that is 9 or lower is treated as a 10. But I also have expertise when it comes to persuasion and deception. So that gives me a +10, so I cannot roll lower than an unnatural 20 when it comes to persuading people. But I use it for good. I try to get people to turn their lives around and maybe take better care of themselves.
Okay. So he kind of nods and shakily reaches down and pulls out a small coin purse. He drops it at your feet. He kind of looks to you like, can I go?
You may leave.
He gets up, trips over.
Change my mind!
He trips over himself. He falls to the ground. He turns with fear in his eyes.
You may go. I've decided to let you live.
He gets up, turns and runs out into the darkness.
I'm gonna yell at him, get a hobby or something. I'm gonna walk up to Hugo where the dead corpse is and be like, can you like heal him? Like, I mean, he's like, I don't think he's quite dead just yet. Is there a way you could heal him?
Yes, I can heal him. Hugo just lets out a great big sigh. And I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
All right. You lean down to the man. His neck is at an angle. His head is just kind of crooked, and he's got blood streaming out of his ears. You gently touch him and cast a spell. He watches his eyes kind of shoot open groggily, and he kind of sits up slowly.
I'm gonna lean down next to. I'm gonna squat down next to him and be like, "Hey, buddy. Hey, Are you okay?"
You see him just kind of turn. He gives you a smile, and he's missing some teeth.
Hey, yeah. How are you feeling?
He goes, I've been better.
Okay. Do you remember what happened?
He goes, we were gonna mug some old lady, and that's all I remember.
Yeah. I still look like a skeleton.
Yes,
like,
his eyes are kind of wide as he's just staring at you with a half-hearted smile.
Do you know who I am?
He kind of shakes his head no.
I'm the fairy of turning your life around. The specter of turning your life around.
He just kind of nods slowly. The specter.
Yes. So I'm gonna need to tell you something. All right? Are you listening?
He shakes his head slowly.
If you don't, so maybe your friends have decided to turn over a new leaf and no longer be criminals. And maybe you should do the same thing. Now, remember, if I find out that you still are leading a life of crime, I will find you again, and I will do much worse things. All right?
He goes, but that one bashed my head in. I don't know how much to get much worse.
Well, we could, rip you in half and play your entrails like a fucking guitar.
Make an intimidation check.
That is an unnatural 20.
All right. He says, I'd like to do that, but I owe money to Iron Lung, and if I don't pay, he'll kill me.
Who's Iron Lung? Tell me everything you know about Iron Lung. I want to know who Iron Lung is. Where is Iron Lung located? He wouldn't happen to be a crime boss, would he?
He goes, well, he's a small guy, as in small in his organization. He's actually a pretty big dragonborn.
Oh.
But he runs the gang called the Pack.
The Pack? Yeah, go on. I'm making notes.
Okay. They live in the bowels, and a couple bad bets went south, and I owe him like 2,000 gold.
Okay, all right.
My friends are just trying to help me get the gold. Oh,
that's a lot of gold. All right, so you're telling me that a person by the name of Iron Lung runs a crime organization in some sort of criminal den in the bowels of the city.
He goes, yeah, they're at war with the other gang right now.
Oh, fuck yes. This is exactly what I was looking for. Okay, cool. What if I told you I could make you, unrecognizable?
Because you're not going to bash my face in again, are you?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm not a barbarian. I'm going to look at Hugo.
Hugo just looks at Octavian with his eyebrows raised. He'd be like, excuse me.
I'm going to pull out my disguise kit.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out the bushiest mustache I have.
All right.
Going to place it on his face.
On his forehead?
His face.
Okay, above his lip, he is now a big bushy mustache.
And then I'm going to just do some, makeup to make him appear very not like himself.
All right. Give me a... Not a performance.
Just sleight of hand?
A sleight of hand will work. Because it's
deception?
Just sleight of hand because you're using your hands. You're not actually trying to vocally deceive anyone.
All right, with sleight of hand, I got a 22.
22. He kind of nods and sits still as you apply the makeup. You know, give him some wrinkles here and there, give him some bags under his eyes, and after a couple minutes, he is almost unrecognizable.
I'm gonna cut his hair too, like get rid of all of his hair.
You shave him bald, or you just?
Yeah, I'm gonna shave him bald, and I'm gonna. Is he wearing any earrings?
He has one pierced ear on the left side.
Cool. I'm gonna rip the piercing out.
Okay.
God.
As you gingerly apply the makeup, he sits there calmly, and then you gently grab his ear and you rip the earring off as hard as you can, and he recoils in pain.
I'm gonna shush him and be like, shh, trust me, it's all for the best. Now, what is your name?
He goes, Dexter.
Dexter. Oh, Dexter. You don't have any friends or family, do you?
Well, my friends just ran off, and my mom died a couple years ago.
So you're all alone? You have no one?
Well, I guess.
All right. Well, Dexter, I'm going to hand him the bag of money that I took from the guy.
Okay.
All right. The next time you're going to use this money and you're going to get off this city, all right? You're dead now, Dexter. You're dead. Your head got caved in. Your friends watched you die. All right? They saw your head get caved in, all right, Dexter? So now your name is Margaret Thatcher, all right?
He kind of looks at you confused and says, all right.
You know what? That's too feminine. How about, I don't know, Benedict. Your name is Benedict. And you own some sort of cabbage patch. All right? Your name's Benedict. And you're gonna live the rest of your life with the name of Benedict, all right?
He just shakes his head and says, all right, I can do that. It's better than facing Iron Lung.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna take out a piece of paper and I'm going to write down the name Benedict with the middle name Teen and then the last name of Monk. So his full name is Benedictine Monk.
All right.
And then I'm going to tell him, all right, now I'm going to keep this paper. Whenever you forget your name, just reference it, all right? Your new life. You're gonna run out of this town and you're gonna make a life for yourself, all right? Your debts are gone. Why? Because you're a dead man. You're a dead man. Dexter's dead. All of Dexter's debts, they're gone. You never have to fucking, worry about him again as long as you leave the city, okay?
He shakes his head yes, and he stands up and he kind of wobbles a bit because he's still a little dazed, and he kind of hobbles into the street, turns around, gives you a big thumbs up and smiles with his missing teeth, and heads off into the night.
We just saved that man's life, Hugo.
Congratulations, you invented Witness Protection Program.
Yeah, the fucked up version where we kill you, bring you back, maim your face, and then leave. We make sure your friends witness you die, and then we send you away. That man's free. We saved him. Now we have to go save the rest of the city from Iron Lung. Yes, I'm going to use disguise self to make myself look like Dexter.
All right.
Well, no, I'm not going to because he's supposed to be dead. He's supposed to be dead. I got it. All right, listen. Hugo. I'm gonna get really close. Yeah, I know I'm a skeleton. All right, I know I have no skin. I'm gonna kind of open up my clothes and show him I'm literally a skeleton. Trust me, I'm not undead. I mean, I am, but I'm not like the normal undead. I have sentience, thoughts, desires, wants, needs. But trust me, the one thing I want to do is fuck with this city's underbelly. Like really stick it to the fucking crime syndicate here, because it's the one thing that in my undeath brings me joy. But the corpse that we found, that I found, that you found me finding.
Yes.
We're gonna take it. We're gonna make a big commotion, say that this is Dexter. Hopefully, that those people understand, and we're going to chuck it off the edge so they think that we killed him and we threw his body off the edge, so they really think he's dead. All right? Okay?
I don't want to be a part of murder.
This isn't murder. He was already dead. He died of natural causes. Dexter. Oh, that's right. You don't want this. I'm going to gesture to all of him to be involved with this murder, right? I can make you look different. I pull out my disguise kit.
Like the way you made that man look different. I think not.
I can make you look very, very different.
Do you have any earrings?
I do have some.
I was asking Hugo.
No.
Hugo? No, I think he's very, like, plain looking.
Well, then he can't rip them off you.
Yes. Hugo, trust me, please. And then maybe, you don't know, maybe that group of, the blacksmith family that put their monopoly, maybe they're involved with the crime syndicate. We can find some juicy information and rip them down.
Trust you? I just met you.
I know these are big leaps that I'm asking you to make. But
I'm just dealing with a failed business, for crying out loud.
But imagine, I'm offering you adventure.
I have no problem helping you take down a crime syndicate. I'm sure they have something to do with the monopolies that are overrunning the city.
Yeah?
But I will not murder.
We didn't murder anybody.
But we're pretending we did.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing as doing it.
It is the same. Because someone's going to think I'm a murderer, and I don't want people to think that.
Then that's why I'll disguise you. You'll look like someone else. I can make you look like one of the people that framed you, that destroyed your business. Oh gosh. I'm gonna like hobble over and like clutch the wall and be like I'm having a heart attack and be like, it's genius.
No!
What do you mean?
What do you mean what I mean? I mean no means no. I'll just wear a hood over my head and we'll just tuck the body over.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'm going to make myself look like, I don't know, let me think.
Or, we could just leave the body. Someone else will find it. It'll be someone else's problem.
No, but we need to make it look like Dexter died.
As far as those bandits know, they do think he's dead.
But if there's no corpse... Well, true.
I don't understand what the problem is with your original plan where you want to disguise yourself as Dexter.
Well, because Dexter's supposed to be dead. They saw him die. You know what I mean? So if I'm walking around as Dexter, going to be like, hold on. Either you're dead or not, and if you're still alive, then...
Well, from what I've seen, it's not like you couldn't convince them that you're still alive. And that
what if maybe we'll just let them tell everyone that Dexter's dead. And then we'll go down to the bowels and we'll destroy this crime syndicate.
Alright, that's fine.
Look,
I have nothing better to do right now.
You're, in a sense of, what's it called when you're looking for a job?
Unemployment?
You're in a sense of unemployment limbo. Your future can be whatever you make it.
True, and I also need cash to open up a new business, so...
Yeah, you have nothing to lose.
I mean, I have my life.
Well, that can be... look at me! I'm dead, technically. Yet I don't actually... I don't quite... You're taking this quite well for talking to a dead person.
You're right, I am.
Yeah. It's probably the shock. Once the shock sets out, you'll probably start to realize that, I assure you, you're not hallucinating. You're completely safe.
Why are you the way you are?
I don't know. I'm assuming we're talking about this while we're walking down the street.
all right.
I'm going to reaffix my mask onto my face, like obscuring that I'm a skeleton. So, thing is, Hugo, I came here with a good friend of mine, an old friend of mine known as Mars. He's the Lexodon grave cleric that I've been traveling with. And he is helping me try to figure out why I am the way I am currently in this state. I don't know what happened to me. I was traveling one day. You know, me and Mars would go on adventures and stuff like that. And then, you know, at one point we decided to, you know, go on our own way. Not because we had a falling out or anything, or, you know, we just, you know, he wanted to do other stuff and I had some other stuff I wanted to do, and we just kind of, you know, went off to go do our own things. And while I was off doing my own stuff, I don't quite remember what happened. I was traveling on the open road, and then the next thing I remember, I was a skeleton. And the part of my memory, either something happened to me and I have no memory of it because I was not technically present, like in, like, you know, alive to remember it, or the memory has been taken from me and I don't quite know. But what I do know is that I remember who I was, and and I know that I wasn't always a skeleton, and I'm trying to figure out what or who did this to me. We came to this city to see if we could find any answers. I think we found a good lead, but yeah, that's why I'm a skeleton. I don't like being a skeleton. I can't quite taste, feel, or have any of the physical sensations I once had in life, nor can I smell. I can't smell either, which is, I mean, you know, doesn't really matter.
That's not like it's a bad thing.
Well, if there's like poison in the air or something, I don't want my friend to get like poisoned. But granted, he's really good at smelling. He's got an elephant nose, so it's probably not a big deal.
Did you ever try and figure out what kind of magic was used on you?
I'm assuming necromancy, but I'm not quite sure.
Can I cast Detect Magic on Octavian?
You can if you'd like to.
I would like to.
All right. Octavian, do you have any magical items on you currently?
I have my bag of holding.
All right. So, Hugo, you get a strong feeling. You look at Octavian and he is practically glowing at you, and something at his side is also glowing. You are detecting a very strong sense of magic.
Yes.
Quite magical.
You are quite magical.
I'm beautiful, aren't I? You like it? You like what you see?
Now, I think Detect Magic also discerns what kind of magic.
It does, yes, you're right.
It does. It tells you the school of magic.
Yeah, so what school of magic is Octavian showing up as?
Let me consult the book.
I believe I'm necromancy. Necromancy.
You are giving off sorry.
What?
I'm just looking through the book.
What book are you looking at?
The player's handbook.
Oh.
Yes, it is necromancy. Sorry about that. I just wanted to read it real quick. So, he is giving off necromancy.
Yes, I would think a necromancer did something to you for some reason. Did you make one angry?
I don't remember making... I've made a lot of people angry in my life. You can probably understand.
Imagine.
Yeah. But I don't quite remember making any in particular necromancers. I made quite done a lot of wizards angry, but I don't know if I made any specifically necromancers angry.
Well, whatever is plaguing you, it's definitely necromancy of some kind.
I'm glad I got your second opinion, because we were kind of just, you know, assuming it was necromancy. I qualify as undead, but we didn't know if it was like, oh, you know, I'm something, I don't know. I can do this. I'm going to dislocate my arm and swing it around with my other arm. This is pretty cool, huh?
That is something, yes.
Yeah, I'm going to reattach it.
Luckily, no one is in the street to see this.
Yeah, it's got some perks, you know, it's pretty cool.
Yes, you might not want to do that in public.
I mean, it's fun at parties.
I suppose on certain parties, yes.
I'm going to get real close and kind of wiggle my finger in his face and go, one becomes quite the stage magician when you don't have a physical body that can be harmed. You know, like, oh no, it seems I've been sawed in half. Oh yes, it's because I have been. Watch as I turn my head all the way around.
Yes, that's quite a trick.
Yes.
All right. So where are you two headed?
I guess to the bowels.
All right. It's about a 10-minute walk to the edge of the city.
Mm-hmm.
The underbelly.
The underbelly.
And once again, there's no wind, as some magical force keeps it at bay. But you do see the same scaffolding you took down to get to the night market. Once again,
cool.
just looking down, it is just blackness. You don't see any lights below you.
It's so creepy. I'm going to turn on the green bullseye lantern.
All right.
Yes.
As you head down the stairs.
Oh, Hugo, you wouldn't happen to have the light cantrip, would you?
I do.
You do?
I
Oh,
do.
Excellent.
All right. Would you like to cast it?
Yeah, I'll cast it.
All right.
You want to put it inside my skull?
Is that something Octavian is offering? Because Hugo would not.
Yeah, I pull my head off and offer it to you to put the light spell inside my head.
I guess. Hugo just his hand goes to his face and just does it.
Okay. Octavian, your skull is now a beacon of light in the darkness.
I am a sentinel in the dark, the watcher in the shadow. Do I have 2 spotlights beaming out of my eye holes?
Pretty much.
Hugo asked, what was your previous profession?
Oh, I was an entertainer, a thespian. I was also quite good at giving public speeches and rousing people to, take up arms against ne'er-do-wells and turn their lives around. I've had many titles: therapist, public speaker, inspirational speaker, poet, playwright, actor, thespian. Many things. Musician.
Therapist.
Oh yes, of course. I'm quite good. Would you like me to give you an assessment?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I don't know if I can handle therapy from a skeleton right now.
Well, I never thought of it like that. I never considered the ramifications of being told what's mentally wrong with you by a dead man.
Yes.
So, I guess we'll make our way down into the...
Underbelly.
Yeah, so I have my mask on over the skull with light coming out of the eyes.
All right. As you make your way down the stairs to the small tunnel you had entered before, as you begin your slow march down the tunnel, you do see lights up ahead, and as you get closer, you see the night market is just as active as it was in the afternoon.
I'm going to... you should probably turn off the light cantrip. I don't want to blind anyone while I look at them.
All right. And Hugo turns off the light cantrip.
I'm going to walk up to someone,
Okay.
If you want to walk up with me, Hugo, you can, but I don't know if you want your face...
Hugo has a hood on.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll use my disguise kit while we were walking down to... Oh, I'll use minor image to make my face different. Just like a random face. I'm going to remove my mask so I have the semblance of a human face. And I'm going to walk up to someone and be like, "Yes, hello. I was wondering. I was informed to get really close and kind of whisper. I was informed that someone by the name of Iron Lung is located in this part of the city."
Okay, so you approach a small kobold selling what looks like little bakery buns.
Oh, bakery buns.
And he sees you approach, he smiles, and he holds them up. And then as you begin to talk and you mention Iron Lung, you see his eyes kind of sink back, and he just kind of lowers his tray, and he shakes his head. He goes, I don't know any Iron Lung, and he turns to leave.
Hold on, one moment.
Wait, Hugo goes, hold on. What is the kobold's name? I feel like Hugo would know because he's still part of the Merchants Guild.
Yes. All right. The kobold, you don't know his name in particular. He looks to be an employee, not a actual member of the guild. He's just probably someone who stands and sells the little buns.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But you can ask him his name if you'd like.
Excuse me. What's your name?
Here, say, go with a cloak over. I don't want anything to do with it. Wait, hold on. What's your name?
He goes, my name is Kine.
All right, Kine. Look, between you and me, with the way business is being run these days, you have to know something about Iron Lung.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. All right. What did I do really good? I got an 18.
18. He kind of looks to the left and looks to the right, and he kind of gestures for you both to lean in.
Yeah.
And he goes, Iron Lung, he's in the bowels. I don't know exactly where he is, but if you're looking for him, you might want to try asking the flock.
Flock?
The flock. It's the other gang. They're trying to make moves and take territory.
Well, how do I find the flock?
They have a stall deeper in the market, run by an elven woman. It's called Material Handle.
Material Handle.
I don't know what they sell, but just go in there, say you want to talk to the flock, and they can probably help you. But you didn't hear it from me. And are you going to buy a bun or not?
I don't eat.
Yes,
Sorry.
We'll buy. I will buy a bun.
Okay. It's 1 copper.
Oh God, conversions.
How many buns do you have?
He looks like he has a trip about 24.
All right. How many for all of them?
He kind of looks a little shocked. He goes, a gold?
All right. Here you are. 1 gold, sir. I got it. I'll pay for it.
He basically just hands you the whole tray, takes the gold, puts it in a little pouch, and walks off.
All right. Goodbye, sir. Your buns are the best in town. I've never had a bun quite like this. I'm going to, try and eat it.
You take the bun and you gently lift up your mask very quickly and you stuff it in your mouth.
Oh no, I'm not wearing my mask. I have that minor illusion face on.
Okay, so you stick it in your mouth and you begin to chew. There's no saliva, so it's just kind of mashing it.
There's no bottom part of my mouth either.
Oh, that's true. You put it in your mouth, you've been chewing, and it just kind of falls onto your chest.
Oh it seems to have come out of my stoma. Ha! Oops.
You see a couple people kind of looking at you, and they go about their business.
What? You never seen a freak show before?
Oh my God! He was just covering his face in horror as he was watching this.
Okay, you now have a tray of 23 buns.
Do I see any as we're walking along? Do I see any kids down on their luck?
Make a perception check.
All right. I got a 5.
5. There are children. At least you can hear children. But as you scan the crowd, even at night, it's quite packed. You don't see any children. You can hear them though.
I'm gonna yell out into the crowd. I got free buns. Free buns for children, for kids.
Oh my God.
After a few minutes, you see 2 little heads peek out from the crowd and tentatively approach you.
Hello, children. I have this tray of buns. Would you care for them?
The little boy kind of reaches out and grabs one and nods, and he kind of trots off.
No, take the tray.
The girl kind of looks at you as you hand her the tray, and she just kind of looks at it. She just smiles and says, "You're weird," and then leaves.
I am weird. Take them to your friends. Share them with your friends. Okay. Yes. So we're looking for a material girl.
Material. Damn it. Material handling, yes.
Material handling. Run by a material girl in this, I gesture to the market, material world.
All right. So,
we need to find material handling.
make an investigation check. Whoever wants to make it, or you can help with advantage.
Ooh, okay. I got a 18.
18. Okay. Sorry, I was yawning.
Okay.
It takes you a few minutes, but you're eventually directed to the booth of material handling. And as you approach, it's not any different than the other tents. There's a little sign hanging above the door, material handling. There seems to be 2 or 3 people actively waiting in line to get in.
Oh.
So you would have to enter the line in hopes of getting inside.
Hi, yes. Is this the line to see the material girl?
There's a big burly dwarf gentleman. He kind of looks at you and says, "I."
Cool. Do I have to take a number, or do I just get into the line?
He just kind of points a thumb behind him and says, "Just get behind me."
Okay, cool, awesome. Yes. It's gonna stand there. I'm gonna use telepathy. I heard his voice, right?
Yes.
Okay. DM, I have a question.
Yes.
Oh God.
Because I have the mimic feat, can I mimic people's voices telepathically?
I would say you would.
Okay. Since I heard his voice, I'm gonna telepathically say inside of his head, in his voice, did I leave the oven on? I think I left the oven on.
Make a deception check with advantage, because it is in his voice.
Or with okay. Okay, I got a 20 because... Oh, actually, you said with advantage, right?
Yeah.
I got a 28.
28. You see, all of a sudden, this dwarf kind of puts a hand to his head, shakes it, then you see him turn with wide eyes as he goes sprinting off into the crowd. And you move up one place in line.
I'm gonna talk to the guy. I'm gonna say to the. I'm gonna tap on the guy's shoulder that's in front of me.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, what's that guy's problem?"
He just kind of looks over and sees the dwarf running away. He kind of just shrugs at you and goes back to waiting in line.
Okay, didn't say anything. I'm gonna be like, "So, what brings you to see the material girl?"
He just kind of turns. He goes, "You talk a lot for someone I don't know."
I do. I'm sorry. I have a problem. Unhinged jaw.
He kind of shakes his head and says, "Just wait in line." And he turns around.
Okay, cool. I'm going to turn away from him and telepathically say into his head, damn, I think I left the laundry out. It's going to get all nasty and moldy.
Make another deception check.
I got a 24.
24. You watch as he kind of shakes his head, looks down at his clothes. You hear him make an audible sigh, and he turns and he just kind of walks off.
Oh man, I'm going to step up another space.
Hugo is following Octavian in amazement. He's like, what is happening right now?
I'm gonna tap on. I'm gonna have this face on my face, ooh, whoopsie doo. Just don't mind me.
Okay.
Is there another person in front of me?
There's one woman.
Hi. Ma'am, are you here to what's those guys' problems? They just lost their place in line. Crazy. So are you here to see the material girl?
She goes, "I'm here to shop, yes."
Oh, to shop. I'm going to mentally say in her mind, in her voice, I think I forgot my coin purse.
Okay. Make a deception check.
Is this with disadvantage? Because I'm assuming she has her coin purse on her, right?
It would be a disadvantage because she does have her coin purse. At least you see on her side she has a little pouch that's bulging with coin.
So, I still... I technically get a 20 because it's the
Yes.
I have advantage in deception.
Oh my god.
You watch as she grabs her coin purse, and then it kind of goes back to sitting, and then she grabs it again, and she does it for a third time. Then she kind of shakes her head, turns, and walks off into the dark.
What the fuck? I would have turned to Hugo and go, I don't know. I'm pretty sure she would have figured out that I was lying, but that's
After a minute, you watch as she kind of stops, checks the coin purse again, turns around, and begins walking back towards the line.
I'm sorry, man, but you lost your place in line. You stepped out of the queue. I'm sorry, but I'm going to take your place.
You see her give you this stink eye, and she just gets up position behind Hugo.
Okay, cool. All right, is there anyone else?
No, you're the next one in line. As you wait a few minutes, you watch as an old woman comes out of the store walking with her cane, and she kind of brushes by you and heads off into the market. You hear from inside, you hear a woman's voice say, next.
Hi, yes, I'm here to see the material girl.
She kind of goes, well, I'm the proprietor of material handling. What do you want?
Ah, yes, I was here to look. I'm going to get really close to the counter. I was here. I needed to get some information pertaining to the flock.
You see her kind of squint her eyes at you.
I know. I was here to I was wondering if possibly the flock could instruct me on how to get to the an individual known as the Iron Lung. I'm here to take care of him, if you know what I'm saying.
She gives you a curious look. Kind of looks around, and she kind of leans back and shouts for someone. You see a tiefling woman come out, and the elven woman kind of turns her and says, "Just mind the store for a moment." And then she kind of leaves behind the counter and gestures for you to follow.
I'm gonna say to the tiefling woman, "Now you're the material girl." I'm gonna walk out with the elven lady.
All right. She takes you through a back flap of the tent to what looks like a little room where she manufactures knickknacks and collectibles.
Okay.
She kind of turns and puts her hand on her side, and you see she does have a dagger. And she goes, "What do you want with the pack?"
With the what?
The pack.
Is that the name of the people that the Iron Lung works for?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm here to upend their entire organization. I was aware that your flock group was at odds with them. What if I told you that I could, handle them quite easily?
She kind of looks you up and down and says, "Can you handle yourself in a fight?"
Oh.
Yes, you can. Yes.
This is my friend Hugo. I mean, Hago.
She kind of...
Hugo just squints at Octavian.
The lady's Elvish, right?
Yes.
I'll speak with her in Elvish.
All right.
Yes.
She kind of smiles and says, "We've been trying to get rid of Iron Lung for a couple weeks now, but we haven't been able to get close to him."
I can do it so easily. All it would take you wouldn't happen to have any poison, would you?
She kind of looks over your shoulder, makes sure no one is listening. She goes, "I've got some poison."
Oh.
Are you planning on poisoning him?
I could poison him very easily if you could, if you could give me your most potent poison. I could poison him quite easily.
She kind of looks at you, and she nods slowly, and she turns into a little desk. She pulls out a set of key rings and unlocks one of the drawers, and she pulls it out. And from looking over her shoulder, you can see what looks like a small wooden case as she gently opens it and produces 2 little vials from them.
Excellent. You're taking a big risk with giving someone you don't know poison. But I assure you, if you could point me in the direction of the Iron Lung, I can take care of them quite easily. A good friend of mine, you wouldn't happen to by chance to know Dexter, would you?
Let me see if she knows. She goes, Dexter, kind of scrawny-looking human, owes a lot of money.
Yes.
She goes, I'm familiar with him.
He tragically died this evening. His head was caved in.
She just kind of raises an eyebrow and says, how would you know?
I witnessed it.
She goes, fair enough. She goes, look,
You see, me and Dexter were somewhat of romantic lovers, you might say.
She goes, I thought he had a wife.
He did, but I was his side piece. I gestured to myself. Right?
She just kind of shakes her
has
head.
No idea what's going on. He does not speak Elvish.
I love the fact that there's an Elvish term for side piece, apparently.
She kind of just shakes her head and says, I'm going to regret this.
Wait a minute, you said he had a wife?
Yes.
He told me he didn't have any loved ones in town.
Well, from what I understand, it wasn't the best of relationships.
Oh, I see. He didn't have any kids.
I mean, look, he's got a side piece after all.
Well, true. Good point. He didn't have any children, did he?
No children.
Okay. Well, he is dead now, so. All right. If you could actually, so I'm really here to get revenge on his behalf.
She goes, fair enough. She goes, if I recall, the pack is having a banquet tonight.
Oh,
They're inviting performers and some officials that they have paid off.
I'm going to start doing like the arm yank pull, like, yes! Oh, performers! Perfect!
She goes, if you can get in there and kill him...
Oh, can I?
I think Matrisa would be very happy about that.
Who?
Matrisa.
Matrisa.
Yes.
Is she the material woman?
No, she's the leader of the flock.
She's, quote-unquote, the material girl. Good to know. Thank you for telling me this. All right. Oh, wait, hold on. Where's the banquet?
Because I'll have one of my girls take you there. She is going to be performing as well. She was supposed to be gathering information, but instead I'll have her act as your guide.
As long as I can see her face, I can make myself look like her if you'd like. And I can also, I'm going to start talking in her voice. I can also sound like her too.
She kind of reaches for the dagger again and instinctively pulls away.
It's unsettling, I know. But consider me an angel being sent by some twisted, chaotic god to bring justice onto this hellish scape.
She kind of shakes her head and says, I wouldn't be surprised if you were sent by Uba.
Uba? Who's Uba?
Ubel.
Ubel? Who's that?
That is the god of trickery.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't know that name, but whatever. Okay, so, show me to this other material girl that was supposed to perform tonight. And I will take on their visage and pose as them, get an in, and poison them. By the way, this poison, I'm assuming it has to be ingested, correct?
She goes, it can be ingested or entered into the bloodstream. As long as it finds its way into the body, it should be lethal.
Okay, cool. Good to know. Excellent. Well, I think... And mind you, this entire thing is free of charge.
She goes, well, I'm pretty sure Matrisa would offer a nice reward for this, if you can pull it off without dying.
Oh, of course. Dying. Ironic. Okay.
All right. She nods, and she goes around back to the front of the flap, and she gestures for the tiefling girl.
It's her?
Yes, the other tiefling girl comes back and says, oh, what's going on? And she goes, these two are going to attempt to kill Ironlung tonight, and you're going to guide them there. And you see the girl her eyes go a little wide. She looks to you, looks to the elf, and just kind of shakes her head and says, what have you gotten me into?
Nothing at all. As long as I can get a good hearing of your voice. Okay. I'm going to cast... When we get close, I'll cast Disguise Self. By any chance, do you play any instruments?
She nods and says, I play the violin. And she gestures, and there's the little violin case sitting against the wall.
Ever considered taking up the lute, the lyre, the flute, or the bagpipes?
She goes, I've dabbled.
In which one particularly?
The lute.
Ha ha ha! I pull out my lute. Excellent. No one will know the difference.
Are they still speaking in Elven?
No, they stopped when the tiefling girl emerged.
Okay.
Yeah. We need disguises. Hugo. Hogo. Sorry, it's dwarvish. It's very, those huh and ahs, We're gonna need a disguise for you.
Yes.
I can disguise you. I have a disguise kit.
Oh, for crying out loud. That's what Hugo says.
So I'll do I'll put up some disguise for Hugo. I'll do do you want me to do a sleight of hand check?
Yes.
Cool. I got an 18.
18. Okay. So Hugo, Octavian kind of approaches you with his little kit. He begins applying makeup, some fake hair every now and then. Are you attempting to cut his real hair, or are you giving him a wig?
I'll give him a wig.
All right. You watch the two women kind of sit back and just watch as you do this. They kind of absent-mindedly go back to doing their business as they wait. And it takes about 10 minutes to apply the makeup before you're finally done. And Hugo looks unrecognizable.
Excellent. Hold on one moment as I... Okay. Cool. Excellent. All right, Hugo. And then I'm going to, when we get closer, I will cast Disguise Self on myself.
All
Make
right.
myself look like you, young lady.
She does a little bow and says, if it'll get me out of doing this performance, I'll allow it.
Trust me, I'll be much better than you.
She kind of gives you this stink eye again. She goes, just follow me. I'll take you to their territory.
Cool.
All right. So, she departs from the tent as you follow. She leads you through the night market until you eventually reach what looks like another entrance to the bowels.
Okay.
It's a giant steam door, and she cranks it open and throws it open. She goes, follow me. And she disappears into the dark.
All right.
Okay. So as you follow her, are you using your lantern?
Yes.
Okay. She seems to have no source of light as she's using her dark vision.
Oh, you can see in the dark. Good to know. Good to know.
I could also see in the dark.
Ah.
Oh,
so
you can see in the dark too?
I
Wow.
can.
These human eyes of mine are quite lacking.
She kind of turns and she walks backwards. She goes, now listen.
Yes.
The pack is very dangerous. They are large in number.
Okay.
They are very, what's the word? Paranoid. The only reason I got an invitation to this event was because they were running, because they know my father. He is in their pocket. Blah 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 blah. But anyway, if you're gonna poison him, you have to be discreet. And if you're caught, don't look like me when you get caught.
Okay, I'll try my best. No promises.
She kind of sighs and turns back and continues walking. After about 5 minutes of walking through these labyrinthian halls, she takes you to a right, to a left, straight on. At one point, you feel you're going backwards. And eventually, she stops at a doorway. And she says, this is pack territory. Once you're in, just find the first goon you can, tell him you're there to perform, and he'll take you the rest of the way. All right. So she opens the door and says, good luck. And she turns and leaves.
All right. So we're at the front door?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to cast Disguise Self on myself and appear like her.
All right. Sorry.
And I will be speaking in her voice with my mimic ability.
All right. As you enter, the door kind of slowly closes behind you, and you're not in darkness now. It's actually illuminated. And farther down the hallway, you see a guy leaning against the wall, seemingly asleep.
I'll be like, hello, sir.
He kind of turns to you without opening his eyes, and he goes, how can I help you?
She told me her name, right?
She did not.
Okay. I'm the entertainment for this evening. I was asked to come.
You see him, he kind of opens one eye, and it's milky and grayed over. He doesn't look you over, but you get the sense he's doing something. But he goes, you're a little late, the party already started, just follow me.
Okay,
And he
cool.
turns and heads down the hallway.
Oh, wow. See, these people are just so, pleasant.
Yes.
This is
no,
my
yeah.
this is my
Okay.
stagehand. This is my stagehand Sturby.
He kind of looks over his shoulder and he goes, whatever floats your boat, and he continues down.
Wow.
Eventually, you see the hallway give way to some light, and as you approach, you kind of squint for a little bit because your eyes have adjusted to the darkness, and you're suddenly in this large banquet hall with music playing, people dancing, food being shared.
Oh, here, I'll play the. Here we go.
All right, perfect. So, you see a large table at the top of a staircase, and you see 4 high chairs, and sitting in the one closest to the center is this large black dragonborn.
Question: you say high chairs, as in like big chairs, or like child chairs?
Just big chairs, not
Oh,
like
okay.
child chairs.
That's
my
dragonborn in a high chair.
That's my mistake.
I'm Iron Lung. You gotta do what I say. I'm gonna walk up to Iron Lung.
All right, you climb the staircase. The guards
Do a little
kind of
curtsy.
give you a curious look, but allow you to pass.
I'll do a little twirl and a curtsy.
You see Iron Lung take a big bite of some chicken as he slams it down. He says, "Ah, the entertainment has arrived. About damn time."
I'm sorry, I was held up.
He goes, "If you hadn't showed up, I may have thrown your father over the side of the city."
Oh, that seems pretty reasonable.
You see a tiefling man to the left of him, kind of sheepishly eating some food as he looks at you with big wide eyes, and he mouths, "You're late."
Am I getting the feeling that's her dad?
It's another tiefling, and he seems to know her, so you get the idea that it might be her father.
All right. Should I do an insight check to
You can make
determine whether?
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Cool. I got a 10.
10. You get the vibe that it is her father. He's not
Okay.
that hard to read.
I'm gonna wave at him and go, "Hi, Daddy. I'm a girl."
He looks to Iron Lung, and you can see he's sweating profusely as he goes back to sheepishly eating his food.
Oh God!
Where should I set up?
Iron Lung kind of throws his hand and says, "Wherever the hell you damn please. Just get
Okay.
on with the music. This
All
band
right.
is boring me." And
Okay.
you can see off to the side the band of what look to be humans and gnomes, kind of absent-mindedly. They're not doing a great job, but they're not doing a terrible job.
All right. Do I see anyone? Is there very obviously the food is out?
Off to the right, it looks like a buffet table where people are gathering their food.
Is there a cask?
There is a large cask.
Okay. And does it look like people are getting drinks from said cask?
It looks like most people already have drinks, and the few that are going back for seconds are a little too sloshed already.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the cask.
All
Actually,
right.
I'm going
Ooh,
to
can
turn
I
to...
make a quick roll?
Yes.
Sure.
What would you like to do?
Okay, I'm going to do a. I want to do a perception check to make sure that nobody's focusing on us right now.
All right, make a perception check.
14.
14. So, you do a quick scan of the room as Octavian kind of bows and curtsies. There are a few people giving you looks, but it looks more like looks of, they're finally here, more than looks of suspicion.
Okay.
I'm going to telepathically tell you, Hugo, in your mind. I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to give you the poison. I'm going to start a performance. When I'm in the performance, when everyone has their eye on me, I want you to poison the cast.
Hugo just nods.
I want you to pour the poison into the wine, or whatever they're drinking. And remember, don't drink it, but bring me a drink.
But you shouldn't drink while you entertain.
Trust me, it's fine. Oh, I'm going to turn to Dad.
All right.
Dad,
You
haven't been drinking this evening, have you?
He kind of looks over to his tankard. It's about half full. He goes, I've been keeping it light.
What have I told you? You can't no more drinking. Water from now on. You understand? I grab his cask, I pour it out. Water from now on. Is that understood?
He looks to Iron Lung, who's just cackling maniacally.
Iron Lung, I'm going to turn to Iron Lung. Iron Lung, please make sure my father drinks water from now on.
He kind of laughs.
I'm going to lean into Iron Lung and I'm going to whisper in his ear. He's got some, medical problems that the doctor told him. He should really no alcohol. He should just be drinking water. I don't want it to get any worse.
He just kind of shakes his head and he looks over to the father and he says, no more alcohol. And the father just quickly nods his head in agreement.
Oh my
As
God.
I'm walking away from Iron Lung, I'm going to throw him some, finger guns. Be like, ha ha. All right. Okay, I'm going to walk up on the stage.
All right.
All right. I am going to be like, hey, everyone. Hello. I'm assuming I'm dressed, I'm in a little cute dress, right?
Yes.
I'm going to pull out my essentially my guitar, my lute, and kind of sit up on a podium, sit up on a stool.
You watch the crowd kind of goes hush as they all turn their attention to you. Iron Lung puts his food down and crosses his arms.
All right. Okay. Hey, everybody. It's me. You know who I am. You all know my name. But tonight, you can refer to me as the Angel of Song.
You see, there's a little bit of light applause from the crowd.
I'm going to perform for you guys tonight. My performance will be immaculate. I will lie to you, but you will believe me because of how amazing my performance will be. I will make you feel things. Some would even say you'll be speechless.
All right. Make a performance check.
I will make my performance check. Do I have advantage? Do I have disadvantage?
I'll say just a straight roll.
Okay, cool.
Oh my God.
All right, I got a 19.
19. You begin strumming on your lute slowly, and then you break into song. The crowd just kind of nods as you sing. You see Iron Lung just leaning back, watching intently.
I'll start singing. Some boys kiss me and some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper coin, I just walk away.
Oh my
They
God.
can beg, they can plead, but if they can't see the light, that's right. Because the boys with the cold hard coin, it's always Mr. Right. I'm singing. I don't know how to sing the song. Because we're living in a material world, and I am a material girl. You know that we are living in a material world, and I am a material girl.
All right. The crowd just seems enamored by your performance. The band that wasn't doing too well, they begin to play along with you, playing the right notes. They're a little sloppy, a little low on the tempo.
I'm gonna try to get the whole crowd to sing with me.
Okay.
You know the words.
Oh my god.
Make a persuasion check.
Cool. Wow. That is going to be an unnatural 20.
All right. The crowd begins to sing. You scan the crowd, you see everyone is singing along, and you see Iron Lung. His mouth is moving, but he seems to be talking rather than singing.
I'm going to be like, yeah! I'm going to be like, Iron Lung! Like, to get him to sing. Like just him. Yeah, come on, you know the words, Iron Lung. Like, Squidward! Great!
You watch as the crowd kind of falls silent as they all turn to Iron Lung, and you can see, for a brief moment, this look of panic on his eyes.
You got it, I believe in you!
And he begins to sing very slowly, Material Girl.
I'm going to cast... Is he within 60 feet of me?
Easily.
Alright, I'm going to cast Enthrall on him.
Alright, what's the save for that?
I am going to... Okay, hold on. I'm going to use my... I'm going to use my unsettling words.
Okay.
These are my unsettling words I'm going to say to him. I'm going to say, everyone knows the greatest crime lords know how to sing. Show everybody. And I'm going to to try to get him off and I'm going to cast Enthrall on him.
All right. What's the save?
Yeah. He needs to beat a 15.
You rolled a 6.
Oh, fuck yes!
So what does Enthrall do exactly?
So Enthrall, when you weave a distracting string of words, causing creatures of your choice that can see within range. Oh shit! This isn't just him.
All right.
You weave a distracting string of words, causing creatures of your choice that you can see within range and that can hear you to make a wisdom saving throw. Any creature that can't be charmed succeeds on the saving throw automatically. And if you and your companions are fighting a creature, it has advantage on the save, which they don't. On a failed save, the target has disadvantage on perception checks made to perceive any creature other than you until the spell ends, or until the target can no longer hear you. The spell ends if you are incapacitated or can no longer speak. So I'm doing this on everybody except for Hugo.
All right. I will roll for the crowd.
Everybody!
Oh god. So this is the point where Hugo pours the poison in.
Yeah.
I got a total of 14.
That's still a fail.
All right. So you watch as the crowd, you see their eyes kind of sag for a moment before they kind of sit back up, and they're just staring at you. Everyone is staring at you. It's dead silent. Even the band has stopped performing and is just locked eyes on you.
Okay, boys. All right, everybody. Okay, cool. All right. So, that was Material Girl. Now I will begin to sing another song, all right? Okay, here I go. Hold on. I'm just... it's hard. Let me see here. What would you guys like? Okay, here. I'm gonna put the guitar down. I said I'm a certified freak. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy. Make that pull-up game weak. Woo! Yeah. You fucking with some wet ass pussy.
Oh my god.
Bring a bucket and a mop, and I'm just gonna sing WAP for the next however long it takes.
All right. Hugo, go ahead. As you approach the cast, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Does he have advantage? Because
He has advantage.
Okay, cool.
And they have disadvantage.
Yes.
I have a 16.
All right. You watch, or Octavian, you watch Hugo approach the cask, and almost fumbling with the poison before he lifts up the lid and dumps the 2 vials in. You scan the crowd and no one seems to have noticed him.
Excellent. Excellent.
Hugo, you back away from the cask as you see some people kind of approach, not looking at you or the cask, kind of just looking at the performance as they try and pour a drink, and they miss a couple times before finally getting into the tankard.
I'm gonna be like, everybody!
You watch
Trying to get everyone to sing WAP with me.
You watch as Iron Lung, kind of laughing to himself, begins to sing before he downs the rest of his tankard, looks at the empty mug, and gets up and heads over to the cask.
All right, I'm gonna say, Dad.
You see him kind of, his eyes go wide as he kind of looks around, and the crowd looks to him. And you watch as he kind of bobs his head. He kind of bobs his head and then sheepishly begins to sing.
Yay! All right, okay. I think we've had our fun. You guys deserve a nice drink. Go get something from the back. Go refresh yourselves because the next one, it's gonna be a showstopper. You're gonna be without words. All right?
All right.
Except for you, Dad. You're not allowed to drink anything. He's allowed to only have water. Servants or whoever's catering, just bring that man water. Everyone else, they get to have, as much liquor as they can, face. Especially Iron Lung. That man deserves it. You know how hard it is to run this? You know how hard it is for him to put up with you guys?
Oh, God.
It's not easy for him. All right.
Right, Iron Lung?
Iron Lung kind of throws his arm up in a cheer.
And you take a big swig.
You watch as he fills his tankard, lifts it up in the air as a toast, and then chugs the whole thing.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. So, how are you guys liking it this evening? Are you glad are you guys happy that I came?
You see people clapping and cheering and shouting to you.
Oh my gosh! Now everyone, go get some drinks. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
You watch as most of the crowd gets up and goes and fills their tankards. You do notice, however, Iron Lung kind of sloggily get back to his chair before he falls. He practically falls into it, just kind of breathing heavily.
All right, I'm gonna start singing another song.
All right.
I'm gonna start singing. I'm gonna start singing. Take my breath away. Just start singing "Take My Breath Away."
You watch as the crowd starts to sway in movement, and with your passive perception, you begin to notice. You see people kind of falling face first in their food. Some people who were standing are catching themselves before collapsing to the ground. And you watch as Iron Lung kind of grabbing his chest. You can see he's breathing rapidly. And you watch as he kind of goes to stand. He slips. And you watch as the tiefling man, the father, just kind of watches as everyone around you is slowly succumbing to the poison.
I'm going to remove the disguise as I am the skeleton man.
You watch as
I am the specter of death. Come upon you, freaks.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
With persuasion, are you sure it's not intimidation?
Well, it can be intimidation if you'd like.
Oh, God.
Okay. Persuasion. An unnatural 20.
All right. You watch as the crowd starts to go eyes wide. The ones who are still standing turn to flee before falling to the ground, and they slowly try and crawl away. The ones in their chairs, they can't even stand. They're just they're riddled with poison. And you watch Iron Lung. He fights it, and he stands up, and he kind of looks, and he goes to point at you, and you watch as his hand just falls down, and he just falls face forward onto the table, seemingly unconscious or dead.
I'm going to turn to Hugo. You thought you were coming just for a nice evening stroll. Look what you've become.
You watch as the people who haven't taken a drink yet throw their mugs to the ground, turn and dash towards the exit. It seems most of the gang is either fleeing or dead.
I'm going to walk up to Iron Lung.
You watch. You can see foam kind of bubbling out his mouth, but his eyes are darting back and forth as he sees you approach, and he kind of squints and locks eyes on you.
I'm gonna take out my rapier
All right.
and stab him in the throat.
All right. He is incapacitated, so I believe it's an auto crit.
I'm gonna say Dexter sends his regards.
Oh my god.
You watch as you say this, his eyes kind of go wide, and he kind of like his mouth begins to move. But you take the rapier and you just gently slide it into his throat as you see blood, the foam turn red from blood, as he gargles his last breath. And you watch
Cool.
the father kind of look at you and says, oh, "You're not my daughter.
Yeah, no shit.
But you didn't hurt her, did you?"
Oh no, she's fine. She's like outside. She's at her job, the material girl. Yeah, no, she's fine. If you want to go see her, you definitely can. She's probably waiting for you. All right.
He just kind of nods, looks to the now deceased Iron Lung. He looks to his mug of water, and he just kind of nods to you and turns and slowly walks away.
You're right. You really also really shouldn't drink all that alcohol. It's not good for you. I gesture to the room. All right. I'm going to cast Speak with Dead with Iron Lung.
All right. You kind of prop him back up into his chair as his eyes just roll into the back of his head as he just lays there in the chair.
All right. Iron Lung, I have some questions for you. I'm going to need you to speak up. I know that this soul has left the body, but I can assure you these corpses are quite chattery. All right, Iron Lung, I have 5 questions to ask. So, one in particular. Do you work for anybody?
You see the eyes roll back into a facing position, and he goes, "My contact is Archer Ronaldo."
Archer Ronaldo. Does that ring any bells, Hugo?
Maybe. They could be working with the Monopoly.
Right, Archer Ronaldo. Hugo, what is the name of the Monopoly?
Let's see. What's a good name for a Monopoly?
Do not pass go. Do not collect on the job. I don't know. You can think of something later.
Yeah, you can think of something later.
I'll just assume that he tells me something and be like, do you have any dealings with this organization?
He says, he goes, "No."
You don't. All right. So that was 2 questions. Do you keep a record on everyone you deal with?
He kind of quietly whispers, "It's all in my head. I don't write anything down."
That's a shame. Damn it all. All right. 4th question. Where do you keep all your money and belongings?
He goes, "Most of the money goes to the orphanage."
Oh, damn it. Oh, we're fucked up, Hugo. We fucked up. Okay. It goes to the orphans. Can you tell me where the money is located so I can make sure those orphans still get it?
He goes, "It's in the back in the vault."
The back in the vault.
And you watch
Damn it.
the eyes roll back into his head once again. And the
Damn it,
body
I
goes
didn't.
limp.
I forgot to. Yeah, man. I can't ask him any more questions because I don't know how to get into the vault now. Ooh, I'm gonna check his body. Is there a key?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, cool. I got a 10.
A 10.
Yeah.
You throw him. You throw him onto the ground and begin rifling through his pockets. You find about 15 silver.
Ooh.
A spear.
Oh gosh, in his pockets? Wow.
Not in his pockets, but on his back.
Oh, okay.
and a wooden shield.
Wooden shield. He doesn't have any keys on him.
No keys.
Does anyone look like they're like his like confidant or like secondhand man?
Make you're trying to discern if he's I don't know if it would be. I guess another perception check.
Okay.
As you're just scanning the room looking for anybody.
So with perception, I got a I got an unnatural 20.
Now that's 20. You
Would
do
that be
see
perception or investigation?
whichever you'd like.
Perception.
All right. You do see kind of crawling away this robed figure, much more well dressed than the rest of the gang, with pouches at his side, his hood thrown up as he's just slowly trying to crawl towards the exit.
I'm gonna walk up to him and sit crisscross applesauce on his back.
You hear him kind of grunt as you just weigh down him, and his arms eventually just splay out.
Hi, sir. I'm gonna need. Do you have any keys on you?
He kind of turns his head, and you can see there's a little bit of foam spilling out his mouth, and he just says, "Fuck you," and he.
You can try.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna look through his body.
All right, make an investigation check. And Hugo, is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah.
Hugo is kind of like amazed what just happened, but also like, oh no, orphans, but also like, what the fuck happened?
Don't worry, Hugo. Don't you worry. All the money we take from them is going to the orphanage.
That's
all right.
Good. Oh, the company name is Iron Solutions. That's the monopoly that's been taking over.
Iron Solutions. Iron Lung. It's all connected. I rolled an 8 on investigation, by the way.
You practically strip the man looking for keys or anything that can help you. You find roughly 15 gold.
Ooh.
In one of the pouches, and in another pouch you find this fine dust.
Okay. I'll take the fine dust. I'll take the 15 gold. How much silver did I get from
I believe it was 15 as well.
15. All right. Hugo, here's 15 silver and 15 gold.
Thank you.
Yes. You deserve it. You're quite a mixologist.
Hugo just sighs.
No keys on this man. Damn it. I say as I kick him in the ribs.
he grunts and rolls over to his side, and you just watch as the life slowly drains from his eyes.
Let's go take a look at that vault. Maybe we can break into it.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, we'll try to find the vault.
You walk behind the 4 high chairs. Yes. You see a large curtain kind of obstructing another doorway.
Uh-huh.
As you pull the curtain back, you look in and you see what looks like a simple bedroom. And at the very back is a large iron door with a large handle. And you can see multiple locks on it.
Oh, it's a lot of locks. Damn it. You're a smith, right?
Yes.
You think you could break some locks? You think you could unsmith the locks? I know I'm asking a lot of you.
A little bit, but do you have any... Never mind, I have my own thieves' tools.
Okay.
I'm going to use my thieves' tools to pick the locks.
All right. Make a thieves' tool check.
What the hell is a thieves' tool check?
It'd be sleight of hands. It'd be sleight of hands with your... With a, if you're already proficient with sleight of hands, it's just normal sleight of hands. But if you're not proficient with sleight of hands, you would roll a sleight of hands check and add your proficiency bonus because you're proficient in. Or are you proficient in thieves' tools, or do you just have them? It would be in your proficiency bonus.
I just have them.
Okay, so you're not okay. So then it would just be a straight sleight of hands roll.
All right. Here we go. 18.
18. The first couple locks look complex, but as you slowly begin to work your way through them, you find that they're not too complex. You eventually get to the last lock, and as you slide your pick in, you hear a clink, and the door kind of slowly ajars.
That was simply easier than I expected.
It was quite simple. You think something, like lots of money going to an orphanage would be a little
Yeah.
bit more guarded.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
All right. Do you enter the vault?
I'm gonna check for traps.
Very well. Roll a. Would it be investigation? I believe.
It'd be investigation. Yeah, I got a 19 in investigation.
19. As you examine the doorway, you do see a small tripwire at the bottom.
Ooh.
And as you trail it up the door, you see at the top what looks like an axe perched on the ceiling connected to a lever. And if you had stepped on the tripwire, the axe would have swung down.
What does the lever look like it does?
Well, I mean, it's attached to a lever that swings it down, not an actual lever you pull.
Cool. I'm gonna snip the wire.
You watch as the axe flies down and hits the center of the doorway and stops.
Okay, cool. So I guess that's the trap. I guess that trap's done. All right. How much money's in this thing?
You see, well, it looks like about 3 sacks on the floor, and then just an assortment of odd knickknacks like toys, books, just random objects, just kind of collecting dust on shelves.
All right. I will begin taking the contents of this safe and putting it in my bag of holding.
All right. You find 200 copper, about 30 silver, and 15 gold.
Wait, you said 200 copper?
200 copper.
Okay.
50 silver.
All right.
And about 10 to 15 gold. I'll say 15.
That's odd.
Is that
You'd
all
expect? Yeah, that seems not a lot.
Seems a bit short.
Yeah.
I wonder if Iron Lung has a personal vault, maybe? He's been hemorrhaging money?
Yeah. Well, hold on. That was all in the sacks, right?
Yes.
What about the toys?
On closer inspection of the toys, you see that they aren't made of wood or stone. They're made of crystal.
Oh, this is odd.
And as you examine them further, you see that they're made from very fine crystal. And that they might be worth a fair amount of money.
I will take the toys as well.
All right, you get roughly 7 toys, each one valued at maybe 35 gold.
Oh, whew. 7 toys, each one worth 7 toys, each worth 35 gold. Well, let's take these to the orphanage. And yeah, you know what? Maybe there'll be some they did tell us that if we got the if we did the job, they would, reward us.
We surely did do the job.
Yeah. A little too good, if you know what I'm saying. I do apologize, Hugo. This has probably been quite a crazy night for you.
Yes, it's most certainly not something I'm used to.
Do you maybe have some sort of... Have I awakened anything inside you that maybe you'd like to go on these wacky adventures more often?
Perhaps you've turned me into an adrenaline junkie.
Ooh, those are the worst. I don't know. Me and my friend are, traveling around, and it would be quite nice to have a companion to come with us.
Yes, I suppose you're going to need someone who can fix your tools and whatnot.
Oh, yeah. Well, this has been quite the night. As I assume as we're walking out.
All right. And that is where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh, gosh. Cool. Well, should